Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is Jaylee's Corner, and this is my review for Black Ink Crew Chicago, Season 3, Episode 4, titled Cat's Back. Even though I don't like cat, but we're going to get into that in a minute. But first things first, as usual, if you have not done so already, please take a moment and subscribe to my channel if you like my videos. It does not cost you anything. It just lets you know when I have new videos up, new content, new reviews, and things like that. So, and the reason I say if you like my videos is because I've had some people who be like, sub for a sub. If you subscribe to my channel, I subscribe to yours. I think you should only subscribe to channels that you're going to actually watch the content. Like, I think I have someone who has like a football or basketball type channel. I don't do sports. So, when I say you don't subscribe, if you like, it just means, if you watch the shows I like, if you like my reviews, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So please and thank you. You can also share my videos. You just hit the share button. You can share it on your Twitter, on your Facebook. You can also like the videos. Hit the like button. It's also greatly appreciated. And as you know, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, there is a comment section. You can throw your comments in there as you see fit. The only rule for the comment section is please be respectful to myself and anyone else making a comment. So, that's out the way. So yeah, Cat's back. I'm not a Cat fan, for different reasons. I do think she's talented and, she's a great tattoo artist. I just don't like her personally, you know what I'm saying? Even though I don't even know that lady, but I don't like her on this show. So, we see the episode picks up where the last one left off. Everyone's arguing because Cobra's back, because Ryan is mad that Van and Danielle is in the shop. Charmaine over there pouring drink, talking about she made an executive decision to bring them back and all this bullshit. And Kat come in with her loud ass like, yay! I don't like loud people. Yeah, but she comes in all hype, like, she was invited back and like, everything was all good. No, you came at the wrong moment, boo-boo. So she comes in and she's like, I walked in and, it's her in the confessional, and it's just like, it's like a funeral. Everyone's upset. It's all this tension. Now I see why Van and Danielle have been, contacting me. And as she said, they've been contacting her like, oh, the shop is in turmoil and you have to come back. Like she Captain Save them. I don't know why she thinks she can save people. Can't take your ass wherever. Go do something else. Even though her idea, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, she says, hey, I'm only here for a little while, and, I came back, and we have, anyway, she's like, I rented this lake house, and I want, all of us to go to the lake house and kind of hang out, and, get, back into the swing of things. It's a good idea. I completely get it, but, for me, people have been so disrespectful to Ryan. I think, even a part of this skill building, team building situation, people need to apologize. You know what I'm saying? I think that's one thing also. People need to apologize and people need to respect their boss. Still be friends. By all means, be friends. But respect each other. Next on the list, we see that Don and Ashley is at church. Amen. It's also weird. Well, not weird, but they're asking for people to come down to the altar, who want to be saved and who wants to give their life over to Christ. And Don just sitting there, looking around. Looking around. And, acting like, Don, this is just a chance to get up and go do the right thing and, commit to Christ. And this is my thing about that. You can't force somebody else to commit their life to Christ. You can't do that. They have to want to do it on their own. If not, it's not going to really work. You know what I'm saying? They only doing it to make somebody else happy. And he has to be open to it enough to where he's doing it for his wife too. But he has to want it. You know what I'm saying? He has to really want to do it and be a part of it and understand it. And, Don does eventually walk up to the altar to basically be saved. The pastor does, say a little prayer for him and everything. And, but he does say that he still does not know or he really does not know what it means to be a believer. Now, I don't know if he's saying he don't believe in God. I don't know if he's just saying that he doesn't know, how to be a Christian. I don't know what he meant by he does not know how to be a believer. Hopefully he'll continue to go to church. He, get some spiritual guidance, talk to the pastor a little bit more and get a better understanding for what he does not understand about what being a Christian and what a believer is. He does say that, he does want to work on his anger and that he does not want to always have this blow up temper. But he also said how, as he was growing up, he saw his parents fighting. He said that he saw his mother and father like throwing each other on tables. Now, I don't know if he meant sexually. I don't know if he was so young he thought they was fighting. It was really fucking. I don't know what he was talking about. But he did say, he has seen his parents punch holes in walls. And that's why for him, he thought that was okay. And they showed footage of him when he used to get angry. And he's hitting walls. And he's getting angry. He's punching walls and knocking stuff over. And just doing all this foolishness. As he's saying, it's because it's the same thing he saw growing up. So for him, that was a little normal. And that's what people say. When you have children who see you do things, to them it becomes normal. That's why they say men who beat women more than likely saw their mother be beaten, saw their father beat women, and it's a learned behavior. So Don is saying, my parents' fault. They would argue and cuss and fuss and punch walls and flip each other over tables. So that's what I know. And I thought it was okay. But I know it's not. So, he's willing to get better at that. So I'm like, that's a good thing that he realizes it's not okay. And that he needs to be better so that he can have a better marriage with his wife. I think that's beautiful. We see Danielle and Kat, having a little powwow. Now the Kat is back in town. And she gets some flowers delivered. Okay, Kat. Congratulations, Kat. They go to read the card, and it's for 4. 4. You got a whole girlfriend. Not half a girlfriend. Outside, but you got a whole girlfriend at the crib. What did you send the Kat flowers for? I myself was surprised and did not know what to think about this. So as she's reading the card says something to the effects of, I'm sorry about how things ended with us. I'll always love you. From what the card said, what I got from it, and this is just by me watching the show, him and Kat were friends. They fooled around. They weren't a couple. He started dating Nikki. And once he started dating Nikki, their friendship took a hit. So when he said how things ended, that's what I took from it. That y'all friendship got fucked up in the midst of some relationship bullshit. And he's sorry how that ended. And he wish you the best. You know what I'm saying? That's all I got from it. Cat, old monkey ass, acting like he want to fuck her. Like he sent her a note saying, what that coochie do? Like the note said, can I hit that? Like he at the door, naked as anybody. No, he ain't there. And then it's like, why he sent red roses? Everybody know that red roses mean love. Bitch, men sometimes don't think like that. All men think is women like red roses. It ain't a thing of, let me consciously give her some red roses so she know I'm trying to ask her what that mouth do. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what I got from it. And what I did not like was how she made it seem, and even Danielle was making it seem like, I can't believe he would do that. Don't he got a girlfriend? You jump into all kind of conclusions. You know what I'm saying? If a person I used to kick it with, and we was friends too, and our friendship take a hit because of some bullshit ass relationship stuff, and he like, I'm sorry how it ended. You know what I'm saying? I will always love you. I'm sorry how it ended. I wish you the best. I'm cool with that. I don't think you want me back. Especially if you got a whole girlfriend on these streets. But Kat was really making it seem, if he wanted to give me some stuff about friendship, they should have been white roses. Some men don't know stuff like that. And us as women sometimes can't assume any polite gesture from a dude mean he trying to hit, or mean he trying to hit on you, or mean he trying to cheat on his girlfriend. Because what happens is you make a fool out of yourself and you cause bullshit in an already tense situation. So I didn't like how she made it seem like the flowers meant that. Now, to get on 4, you shouldn't have sent the flowers. You could have sent her a card. You could have sent her a flower. I think you sent either a dozen roses or 2 dozen roses. But sometimes friends do shit like that when they don't know what else to do. And these is, dudes from Chicago, they might not know stuff like that. So Kat put it in a whole different perspective. Before, maybe you should have sent her, just a regular card, or maybe a fruit basket, something simple. But I still don't think he meant, I want to fuck you from it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that was it at all. So as they're talking, she's like, I don't want these flowers, I don't want these. I'm going to send them back to him. So I'm like, well, bitch, how you going to do that? But I'm like, okay, I guess she's going to send them back to the shop, to his house. Or when she go see him, she's going to say, here you go, 4. I don't want these anymore. Anywho, so that was that whole thing for her saying she going to send the flowers back because she don't want them. Me, myself, I would have put them in a goddamn vase and let them die in 2 weeks. Or threw them away and left it at that. It wouldn't have been a whole issue for me. So, next week they are all going to this lake house. And they're in 2 separate vans. You have Charmaine, Danielle, Kat, and Van in one truck. And then you have Cobra, Ryan, Junior, and 4 in another car. And they're going up separately. And Ryan is saying like he really doesn't even want to go because it's too much bullshit. Cobra and Charmaine was fighting. Him and Van beefed out. He did not in the best space to be around them. He like, but you know what I'm saying, me and Kat cool when she in town, so I don't mind going to this lake house for the weekend. The car with Van and them gets there first, and they're like, okay, so it was a really nice lake house. It was absolutely gorgeous. And they're there in the winter because it was snowing stuff out. And we see the Don pops up. Don came in a whole separate place because he said Ashley allowed him to come. Everybody knows his wife Ashley's batshit crazy. So, it was kind of cool to let him go because this is a work situation. Even though Kat don't work there, even though Danielle Ash got fired, it's still a team building situation for the 9 Mag crew. Okay, cool. So yeah, Don was there too. He came in, all of them, they getting drunk and drinking. When Ryan and them get there, Charmaine already into I was cool seeing y'all come before until she was talking to 4. I was cool seeing all y'all pull up till I saw who y'all brought with y'all, talking about Cobra. My only beef for her is she owed me money for them glasses. Bitch, you still on them glasses? That's been at least a whole year. If you still crying about some goddamn glasses that you really don't know if she really stole, you assume she stole them because they look like yours. And, it was a whole stupid argument. We don't know who stole them glasses, so who cares? But why you still talking about that shit? That's petty bullshit. So, Cobra hears her kind of talking shit. And Cobra like, look, I ain't coming for this. I came here to kind of get away from the bullshit. That's why I was nervous about coming in the first place. And Cobra, she's like, me and Charmaine still beefing. Van still hates me. And I don't know about, why I came here. And she is very emotional. She ends up going outside by herself. And she's sitting, like, at the lake in the chair with her hood on. It's like, a little bit of snow on the ground. So, it's kind of, a cold, like, and that's like snow. Like a couple, like drizzle of snow. And she's in the chair and she's kind of crying and she's very, very, just sad. And it was just like, oh my God. Because, her father passed away, a couple months ago. And so she's, it takes time to not be emotional when you lose a parent. When my father passed away 2 years ago, hell, I get emotional now just driving to work if I hear the wrong goddamn song. So, I know how it feels to be, a month or 2 into that grieving process, and anything anyone says can just set you off. It not even set you off as in you being angry, but set you off so you crying because of the littlest thing, because you're just that fucking emotional. So, she's just missing her dad and she's out there alone and she's kind of talking to him in her head. Like, I wish you were here to, just give me encouragement. And it was just, I shed a tear. It was emotional for me as well. So she's outside having that situation to herself. You know, everyone else is in the house, and Charmaine like, why would you even bring her, Ryan? You know, why would you do that? And Ryan like, you know, y'all on that bullshit. Um, I brought her here to, you know, because she had all kind of shit going on at home. Y'all don't know what she's been through. And she's like, what she been through, Ryan? And he was like, her father passed away a couple months ago. And Charmaine was like, oh. Because you realize, you know, that's why people say you can't always be assholes to people because you never know what they're going through. So Charmaine felt like a fucking idiot because Ryan is saying to her, I brought her back so that, you know, because she was out there alone. Her father was all that she had. She doesn't have anyone else. So I told her, hey, if you want to work, you know, come back and be with us, be a part of our family. And, you know, she don't have anybody else. And then Charmaine, like, you know, I feel so stupid. I can't believe I'm over here talking about the fucking glasses. And this girl done lost her father. So Charmaine does go outside. And, you know, Cobra's sitting on the porch and she's crying. And she's like, you know, Cobra, I'm so sorry. You know, I just want to come out here and, you know, and apologize to you. You know, I'm just sorry. You know, things are bigger than this. And Cobra's crying, and she's like, look, I don't want to have any beef with anyone. I just want to be a part of something, you know, because I don't have anyone. I just want to be a part of a family. Man, hit me. Ooh, it hit me. And I'm like, because all that girl had was her father. So, you know, for her, she's just looking for acceptance. She's looking for love from people who can treat her like family. And, you know, Charmaine did give her a hug, and, you know, Charmaine was like, I feel so stupid, you know, for being mad over something so petty. And they basically squashed their beef. And, you know, Cobra even was like, you know, I even had sunglasses. I got us matching sunglasses, which made Charmaine feel even more stupid because, like, all this time, Cobra came trying to be peaceful, and I came on some bullshit, and she wasn't even on that same tip. They hugged it out. Beautiful, beautiful moment. Even with Cobra, the fact that Cobra was saying, I just want to be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is how Mag people always say how they're a family. Cobra trying to be a part of that family. You know what I'm saying? And I loved it. I loved the moment. It felt sincere. I liked how Charmaine felt stupid. I felt like she should have felt fucking stupid. Because why are you arguing about some goddamn sunglasses from 2 years ago? That's fucking stupid. You can at least have a conversation. Because even when Cobra walked into the shop in the last episode, Charmaine was the one who was angry, not Cobra. Had you not get angry with her in the first place, she could have had a conversation with you like, look, let's squash that whole thing here. I got you some sunglasses, and you could have dabbed it out and it could have been cool. But you want to act dumb, and y'all ended up having like a little fight. That's crazy. So, you know, that whole moment was very, very, very beautiful. And, you know, they go in and they matching sunglasses and they laugh, and it's a whole, you know, kumbaya moment. And Kat is like, you know, okay, my plan worked. We at least got Cobra and Charmaine back. Okay, kudos, Kat, even though I don't like you. So they all then start drinking and having fun. Even though Ryan and Van aren't, you know, talking or whatever, everyone else is kind of okay. They're just drinking and 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 drinking. And the whole time, Charmaine like, I can't drink too much. You know, I have to go to work in the morning. I have to be at the radio event. You know, I can't miss it. I'm already on probation, so I can't miss it. So I'm only going to have a couple of drinks, and I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to get tucked in. I ain't going to be out up all night. But what is Charmaine doing? Drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking and fucking drinking and drinking and drinking and drinking. You got, they in swimsuits, they twerking all over each other. It's just, you know, it's this all kind of shit going on. And, you know, in one scene you see Charmaine, like, she goes to the bathroom and Ryan's in the bathroom literally taking a shit. And Charmaine like, is you decent? Is your dick hanging out? He like, no, I'm taking a shit. This is how you know people is friends, because that's the kind of stuff friends say to each other. And she opened the door, and sure enough, Ryan is sitting on the toilet, taking a crap. And she's like, you know, me and Cobra can squash our beef. You and Danielle can too, so you need to go talk to Danielle. Clearly, Charmaine is drunk. Because Ryan like, all right, fine, whatever, close the door. Close the door. Close the door. He taking the shit, girl. Let him take his shit in peace. I don't want to even see that bullshit. And he like, look, if you don't close the door, I'm gonna make you wipe my ass. So close the fucking door. So she does close the door, and he agrees to talk to Danielle. And another thing, we see that Nikki, Ford's girlfriend, Ashley, Don's wife, and Van's girlfriend, whose name I can't remember for the life of me, are all kind of hanging out together. And they're at, I don't know where they at. I don't know if they're at, they must be at Nikki's shop because Nikki does hair. But anywho, there's a, at the door, Nikki goes to the door, and it's the roses. It's some roses supposedly from Ford. Oh, that's so sweet. This so sweet. This so sweet. Aw. And Nikki has Ashley read the card. So when Ashley's reading it, she like, what the, you know, something don't seem right. And when they starting to read it, and you realize the flowers are the same flowers that Ford sent Kat. Kat, old bitch ass, had those same flowers with the card sent to Nikki. This is why I say I can't fuck with Kat. Because it's one thing, because what you said was, I'm going to send these flowers back to the sender. Nikki didn't send them flowers, and Ford don't work in Nikki's shop. You did that shit to let that girl know that man sent you some flowers. Point blank period. You did that shit out of spite, and you did that shit to throw it up in her face. Can't tell me no motherfucking different. And Nikki is pissed. I can't believe he would get her flowers, and her reading the card, she was pissed. I have to admit, if I was a girlfriend, I would get pissed too. Even though I can see it from this perspective of how he didn't mean it, if I'm a girlfriend, I'm going to get pissed. It would take me a minute to realize he didn't mean it like that. But initially, oh, J. Lee pissed the fuck off, okay? It's gonna be some shit. It's gonna be some furniture moving. It's gonna be some head bobbling. It's gonna be some finger snapping. It's gonna be a whole situation. Because why would you do that? And that's me as a girlfriend. But me watching the show, seeing how Kat acted, and me just knowing, you know, their friendship was whatever, you know, and that's probably what he meant by it. That was the thing of how I would maybe be able to maybe see it differently. So, of course, she's pissed off. Next scene, we see Van is drunk sleep. They all trying to get in the hot tub. So, Kat is in the hot tub, Junior's in the hot tub, Don's in the hot tub, Ford's in the hot tub. And Kat like, Ford up in here trying to play footsies with me, keep touching my feet. Bitch, it's 5 people in a small ass hot tub. Your feet gonna touch. I'm pretty sure the only person feet touching yours is not just Ford's. He trying to play footsies. Kat is a sneaky little bitch. Anywho, Ford said, hey Kat, did you get the flowers I sent you? And she like, you know, yeah, I'm still trying to figure out why did you send them to me? There was red roses. You know, I don't understand that. You know, what's going on with that? You know, and she again is acting like he trying to say, can I fuck you? And he was like, you know, it was just a way of me clearing the air of saying, you know, how we can still be cool. You know, just a clean slate. I'm happy with my woman. It ain't nothing like that. But she still, oh, you know, I don't know why you would do that. Don't you got a girlfriend? And in his confessional, he's saying, you know, that ain't what I meant by it at all. You know, I'm happy with my woman. He did say in the jacuzzi to her, no, it wasn't like that. I was just trying to say, you know what I'm saying, let's clear the air. You know, we went through a lot of bullshit. We should still be able to be cool. You know, we can still be friends. And that's it. Nothing more, nothing less. And she still acting like he asked her to see her coochie. And she tripping or whatever. So, you know, it was that whole scene of him just saying, I don't know why she tripping. So the next thing that we see, Charmaine is still drinking. Still getting drunk. It's late. And you see the people trying to put her to bed. You see Cobra trying to get her to stop drinking. You see Danielle trying to get her to stop drinking. And she's still shot, drinking. She twerking. She got her ass out. All this foolishness. And she got to go to a whole job in the morning. I don't get why people get blackout drunk. Or why you drink if you have to be somewhere early in the morning and you know hangovers suck. Like, I'm not saying you can't have a drink or two, you know, if you have to work in the morning. But you can't be up drinking until, you know, 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. You up drinking, having shot after shot. That's immature. That's stupid. You gonna fucking lose your job, okay? So, you know, she's drinking and drinking and drinking. She starts to feel sick. Oh, my God, I feel sick. I think I got to puke. So she's going to the bathroom. She gets to the bathroom door. And she can't get in. So the door opens and Kat pokes her little motherfucking head out. And she see the camera. So then she run out the bathroom, and as she coming out, you hear a voice saying, "Who is that? Cat, who at the door?" And you see the camera go in, and you see Ryan is in the shower. Now, see, what I'm confused about is Ryan got a whole girlfriend too, okay? And why the fuck would Cat be in the bathroom with you with the door closed, and you in the shower and you naked? See, if I was Ryan's girlfriend when this episode aired, if we hadn't had this discussion, if I didn't know what already happened, we probably breaking up ASAP. One, because you knew this happened on camera, and whether it was innocent or not, we should have a conversation. Ain't no reason for Cat to be in the bathroom with you with the door closed. But also, the reason I'm like, I don't know, because Four used to kiss on Danielle. That's what he was kind of kicking with. To my knowledge, on the show, Ryan, not Four. Ryan used to kick it with Charmaine. Now, damn it. Ryan used to kick it with Danielle. Which is why Danielle's man has an issue with Ryan, because them two have kissed and stuff like that. So my thing is, yeah, Kat, why are you in the bathroom with Ryan? Because you was fucking Four before. So does that mean you used to fuck Ryan too? I'm trying to figure it out. So, it goes to commercial. When it comes back on, it's the next day. Kat and Ryan are like on the patio by the water or whatever. She's sitting in a chair on one end of it. He kind of on the other end. She's like, Ryan, come here. And there, it's a fucking secret conversation, okay? It's a secret ass conversation because you're whispering. And, she's like, come here, Ryan. He like, what you want? And she's like, come here, I want to ask you something. So he do walk over to her, and then she was like, Now, I don't know if she pointed to her mic or whatever. I don't know what she signaled, because this is the cameras, you can only see their backs. So I don't know if she signaled and pointed to her microphone, because his next words were, yeah, you still mic'd. To me, what that meant is one of two things. Either she pointed to her microphone trying to ask him without asking him, is my mic on? Or that was his way of saying, bitch, you have your microphone on. Don't say shit. You know what I'm saying? It was his way of saying to her, shut the fuck up, without saying to her, shut the fuck up. But Kat is a messy bitch, because what she then said, you think anyone saw? Do you think someone saw? He was like, what? And he was like, man, no, you're thinking too much into this. I don't know what happened. She did say this feels like a blur. And him saying, nah, man, you're thinking too much in it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if she was saying, do you think anyone saw me come out the bathroom? Or was she saying, did someone see something that we did? I don't know which one. Either way it go, it seems fucking messy. And, that to me was just crazy. So that whole scene was like, I hope y'all didn't do shit. Because, Ryan, you got a whole girlfriend. You've been talking all season about how you love Michelle, how you love her. You have happy to have your family happy to have your family back. Don't let you hanging out, getting drunk with your friends, fuck up your happy home. Next, we see that Charmaine wakes up late. Late as fuck. She woke up an hour after she should have already been to the event. And she's hungover, and her boss is calling her. He's leaving her messages like, you're an hour late. I cannot believe this. You better be dead in the hospital, because this is unacceptable. And truly it is. You can't be late for work because you hungover. Especially when it's on camera. So it's going to air later. Dummy. So, she's rushing to get dressed. She leaves the house. No shoes. The same clothes she had on yesterday, which is a bathing suit and some coochie cutter shorts. Looking like a whole thought out in these streets. And she just leaves and she goes to her job. It's stupid. We do see Van next talking to Cobra. And he explains to her, the reason I didn't like you, the reason that we clashed initially was because Ryan brought you in and he didn't discuss it with me. Had Ryan came to me, this is what pissed me off about Van. Had Ryan came to me and said, Van, I'm thinking about bringing in a new tattoo artist, and then me and Ryan could have had that discussion, I would have been okay with it. I don't understand for the life of me why Van really thinks he should be included in management decisions. I don't. I don't know why that is. I get that Ryan ran things differently. I completely get that. But you still can't get pissed off when your boss makes an executive decision. You can't get pissed about that. Yes, your boss can let you know when things are changing, but if they don't, you can't get pissed off as if you have owner powers. You don't. You're an employee. Okay? I mean, and that's the simple thing about it. So he does apologize to her, saying, I was verbally abusive to you. I was very, mean to you. I have a daughter. I would never want someone to treat my daughter the way I treated you. So I, apologize. That was great. Van has a big ego. Van has a bad attitude, about things. So him apologizing was a great thing. He also says to her, I heard about your father passing away. My uncle passed away not too long ago, so I can understand that hurts. As you know, his uncle was like his father, so he can get where she's coming from, dealing with that pain. And, Cobra's like, it's cool, thanks for apologizing. It's all water under the bridge. And she even asked him to do a tattoo on her in remembrance of her father. And, of course, Van agrees. And Van is like, he's happy that him and Cobra had this conversation. And then says all the anger he had towards Cobra should have been towards Ryan. I just need Van to go the fuck up. I mean, I do. He irks my nerve. He irks my nerve with that bullshit where he really thinks Ryan has to consistently get things okayed through him in order for him not to act like a bitch baby. You can't, Van, grow the fuck up, bruh. We do see that Nikki, Ashley, and Van's girlfriend get together again because some kind of way Ashley has found the address to the lake house. She said that she was going through Don's emails, and she found the location of the lake house. So they go pick up Nikki to take her, and they all go to the lake house to confront about the whole flowers things. Next we see them back at the lake house, and Charmaine has now came back, and she's like, my boss was so pissed off at me. She did not say that she was fired, but the clip that they played, showed her boss pissed off. Like, where you been? Was you trapped at? He asked her, was you caught at a trap house? Because of the way she was dressed, she looked like she would just escape from a goddamn trap house, and she'd been twerking all night. And he's like, I'm over it. I'm pissed off. I'm over it. I'm over you. And he walked away. So I'm not sure if Charmaine got fired. She just said that she had a really bad day. I'm assuming she's just waiting to be fired. Because when your boss says, I'm over it, and they walk away, and you just fucked up, usually you're fired. So next we had Don and Kat like, okay, we're going to have a new event. Everyone's going to box. They bring out boxing gloves. So they're like, for people to get out their frustrations, y'all going to just box it out. And they like, I agree with that. Back in the day, if you got into a beef with your friend, you would just fight it out. You would either fight it out, box it out, but it wasn't about continuing to be angry. It wasn't about shooting anyone. You would fight for a minute, and leave it at that, and then y'all back cool. So, okay, again, congrats, Kat, for coming up with a good idea. First, Four and Don box it out. There's two brothers swinging, getting out some aggression. Next, Van and Ryan. Van and Ryan. Now, Kat was like, the fight everyone's been waiting for. I wouldn't want to call it a fight. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. People have been waiting for them to get out this frustration and aggravation. But I also feel like Ryan wasn't the one who was upset. I feel like Van has all this pent-up aggression, anger, and misplaced anger that he needs to get out. And because Ryan is tired of his bullshit, he had that kind of aggression. But I don't think it was like, oh my God, Ryan wants to fight Van. I think Van wants to fight Ryan. So, they swinging and they hitting. And you see, at first, you see Van, hitting Ryan in the body. And, doing all that stuff. And you see Ryan, punch him in the face. I think he punched him in the face twice. He was also getting body shots. And it was a nice little, two friends boxing it out. Van got 2 good punches in. But it wasn't like either one of them lost. It wasn't like either one of them got the best of each other. It was a thing of, for a few minutes they got their frustration out on each other. They both hit each other. No one got knocked out. I do think Van hit harder than Ryan solely because the second time Van hit Ryan, he kind of, he was like, he was a little stunned. Not knocked out, but, you can tell that Van hit him hard. And, after that, they separated them, made them both raise their hands and they hugged it out, and they kind of, made it up a little bit. I still feel like Van needs to apologize to Ryan for how he's handled himself, how he's talked. I do think Van should still do that. I think it's cool that they are able to have a conversation. I think it's cool that they're not actively angry with each other. But Van can't keep acting like Ryan has to clear things through him in order for Van to be in a good place mentally, emotionally with the shop. I don't think that should be the case at all. So next we see Nikki, Ashley, and old girl Rav at the goddamn cabin. Lord Jesus. And Nikki walked in, and when Nikki and them girl, when they walked in, Don and Charmaine was boxing, and Charmaine was saying to Don, "This punch is for, you fucking me and not telling me about your girlfriend." And Don's like, wait, what? They're laughing, and she's like, "This is for not telling your wife the truth about the thing that you did." And they're, doing that. And at the same moment, you see Nikki just come down the stairs real quick, and she hit 4 with the flowers, and it happened so quick. It was like 4 turned. She swung the flowers. He tripped over something and he fell to the floor. She didn't push him or hit him. He tripped and fell on the floor and was like, "What the fuck?" And everyone is like, "Where the fuck did she come from? What the fuck is going on?" It happened so fucking quick. And Charmaine had the gloves on still. So she's like, "Get these off me. Get these off me." And she's trying to get the gloves off because, again, it happened so quick, you don't know who else coming down the stairs. And Nikki was so turned up, I think Charmaine was just trying to get the gloves off so that if she had to fight, she wasn't, well, you could have left the boxing gloves on. But yeah, it just happened that quick. And Nikki's like, "Why the fuck would you get her roses?" And she just going off, and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" It was just crazy. As that's happening between Ford and Ashley, and the security's trying to grab trying to grab Nikki back, and her and Ford going back and forth, Ashley walks downstairs, and Don doesn't have a shirt on because he's boxing. And when people box, sometimes you don't have a shirt on. But Don always ain't got no shirt on. Even though Van had a shirt on, and Ryan had a shirt on, and Ford had their shirt on. But Don always take his shirt off. So for me, it wasn't anything like, but Ashley came downstairs. "Why the fuck is you half naked? Why you ain't got no shirt on?" Ah! And she going ballistic. And he like, "What the fuck? What?" He like, I'm boxing with my brother." And in this instance, Don hasn't done shit wrong. He wasn't even half naked. He didn't have a shirt on. He had pants and underwear on. Could he have had on a t-shirt? Abso-fucking-lutely. But she came down on 10. She came downstairs on 10. My thing is, there's a way to ask your man, "Why you got no shirt on?" You knew your husband always takes his fucking shirt off, so it wasn't like it was surprising. So they go into a separate room because she's turned up on 10. She's all the way up on 10. And Don is talking to her calm, cool, collective. He's just real calm. And as he's kind of making an issue out of nothing, and Don is in his confessional, "She mad and I ain't even did nothing." And she's yelling and fussing, "I'm your wife. Respect me. Put a motherfucking shirt on." So he puts on a shirt, and he still says to her, calm. He like, "Look, calm down. I'm not going to talk to you when you yelling like that. We need to have a calm conversation." And he's like, "You brought the bulls to the stadium." Meaning you brought them other 2 girls here because you was trying to get turned up, and you made them get turned up, and you just fucked up this whole situation. And he basically said to her, we don't have to always be yelling at each other and going, crazy. And she calmed down, and she said, you know what, Dom's being really calm. Maybe I did overreact over something so little. I need to not do that. So, that was cool. The last scene of the episode is Nikki is talking to Kat. And she's saying to Kat, I'm not letting this shit slide. She's like, why would you send those flowers to me? You did that to try to take a shot at me. And Kat like, no, I sent them to you. But, Kat didn't have no real reason. Kat didn't think Nikki would pop up like that. I think Kat thought Nikki would get bad at 4. And it would cause the issue within 4. She didn't think Nikki would come for that ass. And Nikki got your ass together last time you tried her, and she popped you in the face. So I don't know why you trying it with that girl. She seems like she gives 0 fucks. Point blank, period. And, Kat and her confession, she's saying, I would never let another bitch see me sweat. You know what I'm saying? I would, but she not sweating you. You know what I'm saying? She checking you because what you did was some bullshit. It's the difference between letting another girl think that they got the best of you and telling the bitch, don't play with me. Okay? Don't play with me, bitch. And what Nikki did was tell Kat, bitch, don't play with me. Because you see I popped up on that ass. And 4 is saying, no, the flowers wasn't nothing like that. It was just to say how we cool, we friends, nothing more. It wasn't like that. And she said, I know, y'all can't be friends. Fuck that. Y'all can't, ain't no family here. No, y'all can't do that. And Kat was like, right, that's my point. Nikki was like, look. Well, no, she still flipped out. I don't know if she threw something at Kat or if she jumped on Kat. Because the cameras, it happened real quick. It went from her standing there to, I saw her like lunge. Then I saw some roses fly everywhere. So I'm thinking she must have threw some roses on her and kind of tried to get to her, and security called her. And she was like, anything y'all have, I'm going to be here because I'm his other half. So fuck that. She then said to Kat, and don't think, I don't know who dick you sucking on. You ain't innocent around here. And as she's saying that, Kat looked guilty as fuck. Now, I don't know if she meant Kat sucking on Ryan dick or who dick she talking about. But she like, bitch, I know you. Take your ass back to L.A. where you thought them bopping. Bitch. And her and 4 walk away upstairs. She then cut into his ass. And he said, babe, I'm sorry. It wasn't like that. I'm sorry. I just didn't think about it. And she's like, fuck that. And she's knocking stuff all over on the ground. And she's pissed the fuck off. And she walks out. And 4 just looks defeated because he realized something little that he did, not even trying to get back with Kat. It was something little blew up solely because Kat sent them damn flowers to your girlfriend. Kat was wrong as fuck. Kat didn't have to accept them flowers. She could have left it at that. She could have checked 4 about it. Kat sent them flowers to Nikki thinking it would break them 2 up. That's why she did that. She ain't slick. That's why she did that. Because then she was like, she should be thanking me that I sent her that. Now she know what kind of man she has. Every man who sends flowers does not necessarily mean they're trying to fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's, I honestly don't think that's what 4 was trying to do. I think Ryan trying to fuck Kat more than I think 4 trying to fuck Kat. Point blank, because you and Ryan having secret conversations. And he letting you know that your mic is still on. 4 sent you flowers on this show, and he knew it would make air. Ryan drunk, and he think y'all sneaking into a bathroom doing something. So, that's how the episode went off. It was very entertaining. I cannot wait till the next episode. I still don't like Kat because I think she's an underhanded ass heifer. You know what I'm saying? I think there's always some other motives. I'm happy she came back and she was able to get all the people to the cabin. And, Charmaine and Cobra made up. Van apologized to Cobra. Even Van and Ryan, got that stuff squared away. I'm happy that happened. But at the same time, as much shit as she cleared up, you just made 2 new whole issues. Because now it's going to be an issue with Ryan and his girl, and 4 and his girl. So, Kat, bitch, I don't like you. So, that was my review of Love and Hip Hop. Damn it, Love and Hip Hop, what the fuck? Of Black Ink Crew Chicago. Season 3, Episode 4. I am Jay Lee. This is Jaylee's Corner. I hope you enjoyed. Remember to subscribe to my channel, share my video, like my video, throw a comment at the bottom. And other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace.